Hi everyone, my name is Charlie and today I have the Friends tag. The Friends tag was created by Emily of Novel Novels, who also happened to tag me. And basically, we're doing a tag where every letter of the word friends comes with a prompt. Apparently, Emily sees me as a friend, and I don't know why, because I keep telling her I'm a terrible human being with no soul. But unfortunately, some people seem to like that in a person. Let's begin. F. Friendship. Name a book with a strong friendship in it. Pet by Akwaeke Emezi. The main character and her best friend have a very close friendship. This book focuses on showing what a healthy friendship looks like. It talks about conflict resolution and it gives something of an idealised version of what friendship can be, but I think it's perfect to show, and I loved seeing their friendship with one another. I wish I'd had a friendship that Jam and Redemption had in this book when I was growing up as well, because it was something special from a rather marvellous book. R. Real Life, a non-fiction book that you want to read. I actually have this on my TBR for November, but I don't talk about TBRs that often because I'm a mood reader. So this is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. This is a memoir of the author's experiences growing up black and queer in America. I've been meaning to read this since I first saw it mentioned on Jesse over at Bowties and Books' channel. A few people since then have gone on to tell me that this is a book I ought to read. So I went and I purchased it, and I've been saving it for Nonfiction November. So hopefully I can get to it before the month is out. I. Indie Author, a book by an indie author. I could mention mine, like Emily did, but instead I am going to mention Meat by Dane Cobain. This is Dane's most recent novel and is his longest novel as well. Over 400 pages of a gore fest set in a meat processing plant. It's a factory farm set after Brexit has happened, and this is a worst case scenario for the meat industry. This is a story that I read with some conflict because, as we all know, I'm a vegetarian, my father's a farmer, and as I've been reading it, I've been getting more angry, not because of what Dane's put into the, well, because of what Dane's put into the book, but it's not anger towards Dane, it's because it's knowing that places like this exist and seeing farmers like my father and his friends who, even though ultimately some of the animals will end up going to be meat, they still treat their animals with care throughout their lives, and seeing this juxtaposition of ideals about the way in which people treat animals still makes me angry. Once again, I became a vegetarian because I didn't like the idea of eating a corpse. I had hoped that Dane would be able to scare me somewhat because I think this is a bit of a horror novel, and there's definitely tension here, and some of the writing reminds me of Stephen King. But not being scared yet, not being disgusted yet, despite some scene involving, well, I don't know how to describe it, but it was like a chicken. It involved chickens. Either way, still looking forward to this, and Dane is quite the prolific indie author in these parts. E. Endings, a book where the ending made you scream. Emily. I have never screamed at a book in my life. I have laughed at books. When I was younger, I cried at books, which might have been, some reference to mild depression that we rarely talk about, but still, screaming at a book? Never screamed. However, a book with an incredibly satisfying ending is Cress by Marissa and Meyer. This is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles. I read this 5 years ago. I read the first 3 books over a period of 3 days, knowing that winter was coming out at the end of the year. I bought the hardcover editions because I'm just that type of person. Cress does everything that the penultimate book in a series has to do. It is marvellous, and this book is the reason I ended up disappointed by Winter, because nothing matched how I felt about this book. I still think it mildly marvellous. Having not reread the series, I just remember how thrilled I was by this one. N. So, Emily forgot to do this one, but a new book you can't wait to buy, and that is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. I have been waiting for all these books to come out in paperback because the first book I received in paperback, now I have the second in paperback as well, and the hardcover is either out now or out soon. So, you know, I have read the Kindle edition, and The Burning God is just fantastic and brilliant and amazing. And to reference Jessie over at Bowties and Books again, they recently released a reading vlog of this book, which I will leave a link to in the description. Theirs is a channel I wholeheartedly adore and trust that you will as well. And so this brings me to Dark, a book which has dark themes. The entire series of The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang has incredibly dark themes. This talks about war, there is genocide, there is flaming mutilation, there is baby soup, there is everything in here. It is dark, it's twisted, and the author does something that I love, which is that she is unafraid to kill off her characters. She is unafraid to torture them, because that is the story that is being told here. It is dark and it is brilliant, and I heartily recommend this series as well. We have The Poppy War, The Dragon Republic, and The Burning God will be out soon, and then, I don't know, R.F. Kuang is going on to bigger, better, greater things, and their age constantly makes me jealous of all that they have managed to achieve. Then we have Share the love and tag some of your favourite channels. Really? Okay. We could do this. How many do you want? How many do you want me to emphasize how few people I actually talk to on this platform anymore? Do you want me to do that? Because I'll do it. Alright then. We'll go with Dane of Dane Reads, Emma of Emma Rosen Books. We're going for Brian over at Bookish. We are going for Steve Partridge. We are going for Doris of Aldi Books. We are going for Leo of A Little Book Life. We are scrolling down to see even more people. Let's see how this goes. I can't do this with 6 fingers. We are going 7 with Mary Ann Moronsky. I have run out of fingers. We're still scrolling. We have not lost yet. We are going 8 with Rainy Day Reads. We're going 9 with Sophie over at Redhead Reading. I'm still scrolling. This is not fair. Why didn't I just put all my fingers down and start again? Why did I choose to use my fingers anyway? Well, you know, a finger of fudge is good enough. We just need one more person. Charlie, why did you have to leave BookTube? That was Charlie Brooke, by the way, Emily's sister. Fantastic person. I just want a 10th. Oh, fine, 10. 10, Jason of Jason's Weird Reads. 10, we did it, 10. I would tag more of you because there are more amazing people on this platform. Emily tagged a few of you as well. Otherwise, I would have tagged you. Obviously, you know I'm talking to you directly. You know I don't forget you. I probably forgot you. But I told you at the start of this video, I am a terrible human being. Can we get this into our heads? Please. I am BookTube's Mr. Nasty. Anyway, that's me. Thank you, Emily, for creating this tag and for seeing me as a friend, even though I have no flaming idea why. I hope that you got something out of this video, even if it was some sort of weird, perverted sexual thrill. I am here to help you out, you creeper. And until next time, that is all.